Hello, good evening, and welcome to the stream. We are live from Project Rubi-ka. And also, we're available on Twitch and on the YouTube simultaneously. Twitch, the usual sort of thing, camcorder, all that, webcam, and Twitch, and YouTube, much higher bitrate and 1440p. Other than that, though, pretty much the same. Right, let's go to the live screen. There we are. Just doing some social medias in the background. Okay, that's all nice and shiny, and then one on the Discord, I think. Right. Where were we? We were trying to farm more pred armor. I would like some legs if I can get them. We will see. Anyway, it's Saturday. I finished work for the weekend, so it's beer o'clock. There we go. Any luck? Not on that one. Okay. Carry on regardless. Keep on going until you get all the items you want, which could take you a couple of weeks. It's one of those. Nada from our two friends there. We'll go over to the other side. Try for the other ones. Might actually be time for a quick rebuff now. Oh, Space Quest subscribed at tier 1. They've subscribed for 42 months. 42! The answer to the meaning of life, the universe, and everything. Welcome on into the stream, Ark Space Quest. Good to see you. Yes, we're slowly and surely working our way to a set of Predator armor. Oh yes, the fun begins. Well, say it begins. We've been at this for about a week now. Only because I only get to play a couple of hours a week. Not like the old days. Oh no. Coils. Go to. Ah dear. Fred, yeah, it is quite nice armor, yeah. That's kind of why I want it on the shade. Lars, over on YouTube, he's still hunting for the armor. I am, sir, yes. Yes, you are correct. It does take a bit of time. Drop rate is, I don't want to say abysmal, but it's not great. Excuse me. Oh dear. How you been, chap? Arc Space Quest, you was on your jolly hollies, weren't you? God, I've gone from a right skinny Malink into a big bugger. How does that happen? I don't know. Oh yeah, quit smoking. That's what happened. Yeah. Quit smoking, hit 50, put on weight. Yeah, there you go. That'll be why then. On holiday from Tuesday, staycation. Yeah, I had a couple of weeks off in sort of mid-July, and again that was like a staycation. But I always try and book July off for Mrs. Callis's birthday. I booked the 2 weeks off and said, you've got a week off for your birthday, haven't you? She went, no, I've not booked it. I booked it myself. It's because where I work, because there's so many other people work there. If you want to book days off or anything, you got to do it at least 1 month ahead, or they won't do it unless it's an emergency, you know. Where she works, there's like a dozen people there, so you go to the boss, can I get Tuesday off next week? You know, they can suss it out. But when you've got like just in your one office, you've got like 200 people, you can't willy-nilly have days off. There's no way they can do all the logistics for that. Oh yeah, I want to get him a bit over here so he doesn't go into the ground. Come on. Ian. Come on, my little friend. Leveling Spice Quest at the minute. Right. Are you doing... Can you dual log in June Awakening? Or do you need 2 computers to do it? PC Ghostmaster, welcome to the stream. We are honoured this evening. We have Arc Space Quest with us. So we're carrying on with yet more of this. There's loads of other bits of armour I should really be upgrading as well. I say armour, like wristband stuff. That's that club again, Notum Saturated. It doesn't look that good to me. Some people rave about it, but there you go. Right, back to the other guys. And of course, hey the chat. Yes, indeed. Only just started the stream. Normally start about 7. Started a bit later tonight. Been replaying Control because the new Control's coming out pretty soon, so I wanted to sort of revisit, get sort of back into the grind. Same with Stalker, replayed that, mainly because the new 2.0 and Cost of Hope or whatever it's called DLC's coming out. The new updated Unreal they're using looks pretty sweet, I gotta say. Jinx Phalanx, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. So we're just waiting on the respawn now. Yes, we are. Getting a link for someone. Advanced biocommunicator. Oh, that's, yeah, for the blood plasma shenanigans. I've done that on a couple of characters, but I don't do it often. You know me, I'm not a very good trade skillist. So far, we've got Pred Armor chest, which is nice. We've got the Pred Armor gloves and Pred Armor boots twice. I would like the pants and sleeves, but we'll see. June worse than AO at summer. Is it? Well, I can play on PRK, mate. We'd all love to see you here, so would the devs. And as it's you, I did mention it to a couple of the devs. I said, could you make Ark Space Quest an Ark on the server? And they went, yeah, that'd be a laugh. I'm not sure they would, though, but yeah. Waiting for the spawn. Yeah, they like Fairwolf wants to get through uni, college, whatever he's doing before thinking about doing anything like that. But it's PRK. It's not like they're dismissive of Fairwolf. They're just saying it doesn't. Fairwolf, you know, you can be an Ark if you want, and when Fairwolf's good and ready, then you know you can jump in and whatever. So. It's not like they're expecting you to come in with a whole program and, you know, a bit more loosey-goosey. There's going to be guidelines and, yeah, please don't do this. Don't kill Kalos 5,000 times every stream. Because Kalos won't be pleased about that either on this server. my little Lobie 94 shade. I loved the event Space Quest did, lots of tokens, and my Froobs have the 1K board, so they appreciate to the, you know, they were great. It was so much fun. I didn't give a toss about the XP. It was the, you know, the fun of doing it and everyone coming together and, you know, all the rest of it. So yeah, WreckerWars.com. Geez, I love this game. Come play. We're on Project Rubi-ka. Like when the raid finished, everyone was like, yeah, but now we get to watch Kalos die a lot. 50 gazillion times. Drop from a great height onto Darwin Gates. 5 gazillion seekers. You know, and all the rest of it. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I can't log in, I've crashed, I can't log in, I know, I'm the same. You know, that kind of urgency and everyone running to the next place. Oh, it's a piece of piss, mate. I made a video for it, didn't I? Like, if I can figure it out, 100% you can. No? What did I? There you go, mate. How to do everything and get your custom maps and GUI and all that. All there, one little concise video. You make an account on the account page. You get the download link from the Discord. Let it do its thing. Run it, make sure it's all running, etc, etc. Then log into game with the account you made, and you've got 50 character slots per account, and you can log any 2 characters in, and you can have a maximum of 2 accounts. So that's 100 characters you can muck about with. And you get to start on Noob Island. And then, before level 50, go all the way and do the Shadowlands. Job Island, I guess. Yeah, they did get reset. There was a vulnerability exposed on the account page. So they told everyone, you know, redo your accounts kind of thing. So in these slots, I'm thinking sandy piece of goo, maybe, would be the thing. 101. Strength, stamina 400. Bit tight. But you get 12 on all evades and a bit of ACs. They sound quite nice. Maybe get some of them. Shotgun. There we go. Very long sentence there. Hogaman, welcome to the stream. Good to see you. Still waiting on the respawn. There's a headpiece as well, isn't there, from Predators? I'm trying to think now. Oh, American spelling, yeah. Predator armor. Is there no? Well, yeah, he gives you the quest to go see them. But what's the full set? Oh, Arc Space Quest donated 5 gift subs. Thank you very much for the 5 bomb. Much appreciated. One to Elixir RTM 12, Void Thought, Evercool, Jinx Phalanx, and seriously, why not? Thank you very much for the gift bomb. Much appreciated. And if you received a gifted sub, remember to thank the person that gifted it to you. Yeah, there's a
These are some Saturday bitties less than 3.
Bitties? Just remembering that guy that came on the stream last week. I just left a titty stream to come and watch this. And I was like, I've got titties. Can't believe I did that, but there you go. So it's Predator Circlet and Predator Face Mask. Now Circlet, yeah, that's the shade one, really, isn't it? With the sense skill, kinda. Pred Face Mask Agent. Yeah, there you go. So that's the other thing. I might get some of the agent armor here accidentally. Predator 1 doesn't have a class-specific lock on it. But yeah. And then... Pants are nice. Aren't there armbands? I don't think they're called armbands, though. I think they're called something else. And then the pants would be lovely as well. If I can get the pants, that'd be nice. I can't think what the armbands are called. I think it's circlets or something. There we go. Everyone thanking everyone, and Ghostmaster with 100 bitties. Note and frags, sir. Note and frags. Yeah, I think I mentioned this the Little Britain thing at some point. Circlet, yeah. The face mask is agent. I think it's class specific. So if we go circlet. It just has, double check, yeah, just title level 3, 300 cents, anybody can wear it, versus the Predator armor face mask, which is profession, has to be agent. I can't remember what the arms are called. Maybe named Predator armor. Armor drops. It's going to be a definitive list somewhere. I know. Oh, if it drops as a face mask, it can be hacked to become a circlet. Oh, that's interesting. Would you hack it with a hacking tool or a lockpick? Or, I don't know. This is AO. Maybe you hack it with a hammer or something. I don't know. Can't use that because I need Ritual of Zeal. Which one's Ritual of Zeal? Oh, well, that's handy. Limping spawn just in time. Why not got Ritual of Zeal then? Maybe I don't. You've collected all 7 of the level 1 things. Show me. Okay, cool. How do I close that so I can still read chat? Oh, there we go. Choo choo, yes. I couldn't find choo choo, but that's okay. Oh, I was targeting the corpse. I was like, why are my perks firing? I'm gonna die. There we go. Right, okay. Wounded and limping. Nada. Not to worry. Just while I'm healing up, I'm gonna go grab a beer. Because more beer, obviously the way to go. we go. Weir is back. Yeah. Right. To the mobs. Over the other side of the hill. Auto run. So as not to interfere with the beer opening ceremony. All hail the beer. It's nice and cold as well, which in the hot weather is pretty epic. These the same as before. Yep, they're just not spawned yet. It must have taken longer than I thought getting here. Or someone looted and killed them really, really quickly. Aha! Bad memory. What's your other toon's name? Rubi-ka on this server. Excuse me. What, the keeper? Yeah, Rubi-ka. 600 B&E and a hacking tool. Thank you, TS 1966. Also the name of my maxed out, pretty much, keeper on live, Rubi-ka. Her gear is about the most epic I've got on any character. You know, like AC/DC, full alphas, all the best items in slot, you know, kind of thing. All farmed. So, pained here. No, he's got nothing for me. Oh well. Tiddler. Howling. Yeah. He always does this. He starts the fight so close, you end up with the ad. Kill the ad. Kill the ad. They don't seem to be, to me, like when you've got the heal aura, it doesn't heal anyone you teamed with like it does on live. Blockers work though. Ward seems to work, but I'm not sure the others work. It just seems like Ward is the only one. And I'm not sure if that's how it used to be 18.4. I'm not sure if that was something that was added later. Not too sure. I'm not sure it's a bug or not. I'd have to speak with the devs again about that. You know, should the heal aura be affecting the team? I'm positive it used to, even before. I'm sure it did as soon as keepers were a thing, you know. No, nothing on that dude either. Okie doke. I'm almost certain keeper heals always healed the whole team. I'm almost certain of that. But, you know, memory is fallible, so maybe, maybe not. I think I'm going to have to clear the corpses, so I'm going to take that. Delete that. I'll collect the pattern. Already got that bit. Delete. Delete. Was that Silver Fang as well? No, it was Black Fang. Oh, the two different ones. Okay. Maybe I should take note. Black Fang definitely got that. Spangled Hide. Heal's still not scaling. No, I don't think it does either, and I'm sure it did before. I have a lot of BM on my keeper on live, I know that. And they've got the big heal. Like the biggest of the big heals. Like the Lost Eden one. Isn't scaling a thing that came in late? It could be. It could be. It's so hard to remember. You got to remember 18.4, which is what the PRK version of the game is based on, is from 2011. You know, can I remember how everything in AO worked in 2011? You know, 15 years ago? No. You know what? I don't think I can. Not to that level of detail. Can I remember how it works now? Yeah, sure. Well, you know, it ain't that long. It was only less than 12 months ago I was playing there regular, so yeah. I mean, 12 months ago, Dune Awakening had just come out and I was hammering it. I was doing 5-hour streams every night. Well, not every night, after work some nights, but you know what I mean? Like, every other stream was like, oh! And then I had the accident and, you know, was like out of commission pretty much. I couldn't use this arm. It was in a cast for 8 weeks. But that was in October, and I kind of burned out a bit on June because I was logging in all day, every day, and all evening, every evening, you know, for months. So by the time January rolled round, I thought, oh, a PRK ago, and it just felt fresher than playing June again. And then they brought the new stuff into June, which is cool, because if you complete it, if you do the grind, and you get all the upgrades to the skill system, oh, you're super duper powerful. It's like AI and Lost Eden all barreled into one. It really does, you know, it's a big power boost for your character. It's just a lot of repetition. It says the guy killing the same 4 mobs over and over again for some armor. I know. I think I just burned out doing that kind of thing, you know, while I was off work for like 8 weeks, so. Did it to myself. I remember I played the beta for Dune Awakening that weekend, and I desperately missed Dune Awakening after that, between that moment when the open beta weekend finished and the game launched. I couldn't wait to play it again in that intervening time. I really couldn't. I was like, oh, it launches, you know, I'm getting up early to play the game when it launches and, you know, all that kind of stuff. PRK patch notes say MP pets don't scale up, but keep a heal perk does scale. Yeah, that's the perk, not, which is bio rejuvenation and all those, but not the heal auras, the nanos. I think that came later. I'm not 100% though. I'm really not. That would probably require going through a shit ton of patch notes and whatnot. MP's pets scaling, that was an 18.7 thing. The heals from Keeper, I'm not sure if they scaled before 18.7 or not. I can't remember. It's probably out there on the interwebs somewhere. I don't know if this actually still works. The patch notes can be found here. Is it? Ah, Funcom! 404ing your own links. Fucking hell. That's so annoying. Funcom! They were there, and the old forums had a post from, it wasn't Means. Who was it? It might have been Means, actually. Oh, no, Monsieur. I think it was Monsieur. here's the 18.7 patch notes. And they did it on the old forums in a big, like, multi-post forum thread with lots of hyperlinks and further description. It was fucking brilliant. And then Funcom went, no, we're getting rid of those now, you know, and buried it. And it's like, oh, it's okay, it'll all move to the new forums, but it didn't. Launcher Anarchy Compact. Oh, you got a link. Wow, you dug for, yeah, it's not even a secure site anymore, and it's their own. 18.8. Wow. Yeah, this is 18.8, not even 18.7. Well, this is as far ahead as 2020, so 18.7 had been out. So 18, this is where we are on PRK. 18.7, there you go. Okay. It's from the launcher. It's weird, isn't it, that this link works here, but not on their own bloody webpage. Keeper, nano and heal auras that adapt to nano skills of the keeper will correctly adjust if there is a skill change. Yeah, so that's, I mean, I don't know if you guys can read. There we go. There you go. Dimash reduced to 5-minute cooldown. Place riposte requirement. Perfect replica with fast attack. Melee energy added. Clarion call. This is 18.7, isn't it? Yeah. 18.7.4. Which I think was the first one. MP, though, I think is when... Yeah, I'm going to have a good old read through. I had several cups of coffee before I found that one. Fair dues for finding it, though, Ghost. Fair dues. Yeah, so, I mean, I can't show it here because I'm on a shade, but... yeah, like on here you've got bio shielding and heal perks there, and then there's another perk, line that also has heal perks on it. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? You can look up articles from 2001 on Anarchy Online's launch on the somethingawful.com website that's still there from July 2001 as they were, and you can tell by the web page design. Yet Funcom buries all this this legacy and great body of work that was the game and the community that supported the game, you know, over a 20-year period. And it's fucking like digging for gold or something, you know, it's nuts. The old forum. Do you mean the old forum or the old forum? Because they had an easy board forum. Then just before launch, they went to a different variant that was quite orange. Then that got binned and that went, but everything got moved over to the next forum, and that was pretty good. Then they had the one that came after that, which was BB board or something. That ran for like over a decade. And then they did a fourth update on the forums, you know, for security and yada, 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 but ported all the data across, which was great. And that was the greatest era of the forums. It had all the old info on it, but was still up to date. And then after 2017, they binned the old forums and put us on this dog shit version they've got now. Yeah, you can sometimes bring up old links. So I might even have old bookmarks, but they probably don't work anymore. See, that's the current one. This forum software is shit. Hate it. It's god awful for a forum. No stickies, no fucking anything. Ugh. It's just pain to look at. I've got loads of ancient links for AO that I've never deleted, even though half of them probably don't work. Yeah. They don't work at all. It's hard to remember which... Yeah, the forums that looked similar to this. No, that's the new one. Oh, we're on the second page of Google trying to find it now. One or two links still work to the old site, but I can't remember which one. Dualboxing.com. Yeah, when the forums were based on that. Yeah, the new forums are just shit. I don't like it at all. I think it's awful. Yeah, they ported over to newer and newer versions and then eventually killed the old... Well, they kept them alive. You could still search the old forums. But yeah. Yeah, that was, I think, maybe the old one. Let's have a look. No, that's the shit ones. Not the posties shit, just the forums are shit. That was Gouter, wasn't it? But, Forums Funcom, is this... Yeah, this is going to be the new one again. It is. Oh, I hate that new forum. It's shit. Yeah, same shit again. I think they've gone round, like, sweeping up all the old stuff. It's annoying. You're looking a lot like Santa. Do you know no one's ever said that? No one's ever said that. I mean, you know, no one's ever said that to me before. That's brand new. So I commend you for noticing that I look a bit like Santa. I know, dude, I know. Kids shout at me during... Ow, 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 ow. Okay, and we can't back away. Did we get anything on that one? No. Okay, he's trying to fight our way out of trouble. Yeah, shaky lash shadow soul. You look a lot like Santa. I know. If Santa was 6'1", 220 pounds, yeah. But not around the middle. I'm the wrong shape for a Santa. That's the thing. I wasn't during lockdown, though. Oh my God, I looked like Santa then. I totally looked like Santa. Nothing doing on those. Let's heal up a bit. What have you got? Pole bear. What have you found? Let me check it out. Oh, is it like web archive? Don't scroll past this. I'll even yeah, that's the last time the bloody web forum was any good. It even had the archive of the old forums on it. Oh, yeah. Do perks work on that AO yet? Dude, since day one. Yeah, that was like 4 years ago. I'm playing the shade. Duh. Yeah, perks work. I'd be a very dead shade without them, wouldn't I? Yeah, there's just no AI and no research currently. This is the 18.4 patch of the game, but without AI, Lost Eden, and Legacy of the Zan. They just haven't implemented those complications to the game yet. They will. They'll get there sooner or later. But what they've done instead is go back to basics from the very beginning, the arcade launch, pre-Noten Wars, and make things that were broken then not broken, so that when they add various expansions in, they're no longer broken. With a, you know, it's like one plate of spaghetti with 20 plates of spaghetti on top of it. So they're kind of starting at the very beginning, working their way through all that crap and de-mudding it, basically. I want to access that forum again. I know, right? I mean, it's probably only like 2, maybe 3 gig of backup, if that, and it was a big forum. But you know, forums didn't use a lot of data back then, and they still don't, unless you count, you know, images and stuff like that. Ding-a-ling, 95. And no pred armor this time. Can't increase main weapon yet. Nope. Special. I could do a bunch more in Dimash. Or maybe a bunch more in Evades. Not sure. Do a bunch more in run speed. You know what? I'm just going to save it as is. Where are you? The thing with the little one on this hill, he can disappear into the hill. Nope, nada. Okay. Yeah, that did look good. That's how I used to enjoy those forums. You know, when people had post counts and stuff. I had something like 3,000 fucking posts or something, but that was because I've been playing for 20 years and got into arguments with people. You know, nothing to be proud of, I suppose, but, you know. It was the legacy of information that was there, and that you know. Did you find out if Keep had Team AoE heal? I know they did day one on the live server, because I made a keeper during the Shadowlands beta, and I made a couple of keepers after that. And their heal always healed the team, but it doesn't on PRK at the moment. Sadly, which would be nice. The ward works, but the AoE, it's not an AoE, it's team heal. So the area of effect is you're in this window, which is different from an AoE, if you think about it, because the AoE is more heals everyone in a set radius or whatever, whereas the team heal is a different thing. Anyway, back in a sec. Yeah, AO is confusing. Some things are confusing. I'm going back to that link. I love it. I just love seeing this again. You know, everything made sense. See how it's set out? Server notices, update notes, community corner, editor news, Tesla announcements, blah blah. German forums, 18.4, game suggestions, new arrivals, tech help, game mechanics, balanced discussion. Compare and contrast with the new piece of shit forums on the official site. Where are we? It's just a fucking mess. It's an absolute mess. Look, announcements, general, Dana, knowledge, fucking, what the fuck is this? No, you can't find anything. It's awful. It's a total mess, and that's the new shiny, apparently. Like, forums originally were designed on the basis of how, like, I don't know, libraries used to work. You know, you had different sections with different books, with different information in them, and then it's just making a tune on here, but Space Quest reserved. Go on the PRK Discord and say, I am Space Quest, because they do reserve names, so no one takes them until the actual person comes along. Hang on. Oh, maybe don't put this on there. Raggy's there. Right, hang on. I'm just asking a question. It dose. That is one of my spelling mistakes as well. Dose. Not does. E before S if you mean does, and if you're taking a prescribed measurement of something, it's a dose. Or, you know, you've been hanging around some dodgy clubs in the toilets, and you may have caught a dose there and all. Yeah, spell checker doesn't help either, because that's the correct spelling of dose. We're too old to learn how to spell now. Yep, I know. Typos for free. I know, mate. I know. I'm not being mean. But there are people who do not have any form of dyslexia that still fucking do that. I have to robotically learn the spellings because I'm in the same boat. You know, so yeah. And beside that, English grammar and spelling, like British English certainly, is so fucking stupid. You know, people go, oh, it's I before E except after C. Yeah, for 12 words, that's correct, but the other 127, it's completely not. Thief, grief, you know, and on and on and on and on and on. It's like a gazillion of them. There are more words that don't follow that stupid rule than there are words that do. And people quote the first line. It's actually a saying by a English teacher. It's like I before E except after C. And then there's 3 more lines. Unless it is pronounced this, that and the other, in which case it's IE. But no one fucking questions, no one quotes the rest of the bloody quote. It's like the customer is always right. Yeah, you missed the first line. Sorry, in matters of taste, the customer is always right. What are you talking about? Well, you're quoting the second line without the first one, and it is quite pertinent to the argument you're trying to make. And it isn't a rule. It's not a law. It's not a customer service law. It was a statement by a American retailer who owned one of the first superstores. So for the Brits, that it was more like, are you being served? It was one of those, right? It was like a privately owned department store, one of the first ones. And it was his rule for his sales team. So I don't care if you know they look like shit in that piece of clothing. If they like it, they're right. Don't correct them and say, you shouldn't wear that. It looks like a bag of shit on you. No, just fucking sell it to them. That's why the rule's there. Ignore their ignorance and stupidity. Just let them buy it. That's what that actual saying means. All right, but apart from the sanitation, the medicine, education, wine, public order, irrigation, roads, the freshwater system and public health, what have the Romans ever done for us? Exactly, mate. Yep. I love that movie. That's a quote from Life of Brian by Monty Python. A film that absolutely no movie studio wanted to make or finance. It was financed by George Harrison of the Beatles, Paul Gill, the guitar player from Pink Floyd, and a couple of other rock stars all said, no, you absolutely should make this film. And they fucking forked out money in front so they could make it. And then Monty Python got a load of shit. Well, you're clearly taking the piss out of Christianity. David Gilmour, thank you. Yeah, I think he helped finance it as well. Zupeo. You Cal Brag Wag one saying easy. Lol, that's they all speak like that round here. Okay. Excuse me. Yeah, the scalable pets, I am pretty sure was an 18.7 thing, Lars. So I'm pretty sure it's not an 18.4 thing, therefore. But the Keeper heal auras from day one did heal other people in team with the Keeper. I'm sure they did. They do currently. That's for sure, but I'm pretty sure they did from day one as well. I could be wrong. You're going 20-odd years back, aren't we? So, you know, maybe I am misremembering it, but in my own mind, I'm kind of convinced that it did work that way. Right, I had a word back from Raggy. Space! Space! So Raggy says, yeah, the name is reserved along with all the names of ex-GMs and ARCs, but if he makes his character misspell it in some way, and Raggy will edit it to the proper name for you. So if you DM me what you're going to call the character, make it almost the same, maybe one letter different. So I'm going to message you on Discord now, mate. Where the fuck have you gone? There you go. So if you so if you make that character, right, when you look at Discord, you'll laugh. If you make it that character, Raggy will change it to the correct one for you, okay? No. I've sent the message. I've sent the message. Space Quest 2. Okay, I'll let Raggy know. There you go. He made Space Quest 2, so if we lose the 2, all shiny. So I've let Raggy know. Yeah, if the Toon is now logged in, log them out so they can do it. Raggy, give me a min. I'm just going to say, sorry to peck your head on the weekend. Much appreciated. That's not how you spell appreciated. That's how you spell appreciated. Thank you, Google. It would have been funnier if you'd have done the one I just sent you. I'm not even going to read it out on Twitch chat. It would have been so funny. Oh, you'll just have to use your imaginations, chat. I don't want to get cancelled or anything else. I just thought it sounded funny. Yeah, just wait until Raggy says, yeah, I fixed it now. It's what somebody, I think I got that, someone actually called you that to my face. I told them to get bent. So, oh, lordy, we got both. for defensive. Careful in battle, perk 1. All helps. Limping. How's the Dimash? There we go. Loot quickly. No, nothing on that one. That's it. If you know you're going to die, get the loot. Well, I'm doing 1440p, but watch my video. It tells you how to get that to work. The launcher and everything work a little differently. So the way I've got it set up is you got settings, display, advanced, and then you've got a drop down. So you've got DG Voodoo or AOIA Resfix, you know, whichever way you want to go. It'll work. I'm trying to think, what size screen have you got? I remember I recommended the laptop to you, but I recommended it for June. It'll run this like fucking gazillion frames a second, you know that. And then someone figured out, and it wasn't me that figured it out, but with multi-core processors, the old code of AO don't like it up them. So if you go to, like, I'm going to close this just to show you, but if you go, I need to add this to the video, but if you go to Anarchy Online in Task Manager, oh God, right click, go to details, right click again, go to set affinity, switch off all processors and just put it on any 2 processors. I mean, on mine, it's like, there's a lot. So just pick any 2, and it seems to make the client way more. Yeah, 256 by 600. Yeah, it's a 1610 screen you've got because of the laptop or the external monitor you use. So on this, so go settings, display, set all this, borderless window, then go advanced and don't use default and none. Pick either DG Voodoo or one of those. That's the one I'm using. Go and watch the thing. It'll all be good. Go watch that video. Hang on. Get PRK. There you go. Watch that. I explain it in a sober state with pictures and diagrams and everything. Yeah, I need to make a follow-up video for PRK. You know what? I'm off tomorrow. I'll make it tomorrow. There you go. I've just fucking committed to 30 people that I'm gonna I'm gonna make another video. But yeah, I will do. Project Rubi-ka, an addendum. Now I can make that video pretty quickly. I'll have to sort of do the same thing 4 or 5 times, then spend 30 minutes editing it, 20 seconds rendering it, and then upload it. It'll be alright. I bear witness that you said it. It definitely seems to help, just setting the processor affinity thing. And don't think this is exclusive to AO that you have to do that. Games like, what is it, the Star Citizen bollocks? Yeah, with that, right? With that, you've got to either turn off or disable the use of all your efficiency cores for their game. No, it doesn't use, yeah, the DX9 engine, not a thing on PRK. It's the old engine, which if you kind of A-B'd both engines and looked at this stream, you'd go, oh yeah, no, this is the old engine, there's no grass. And the shadows are just a blob, they're not direct lighting shadows that reflect the shape of the thing casting the shadow. I win it. Clip it now. Force the man to do work on his day off. Yeah, I will. I think it's too useful of a piece of information, stroke tip, stroke whatever you want to call it. I think it's too, the information is too precious to not make widely known. The problem is with Windows itself, you can't set, well, maybe you could set those parameters for every launch, but I don't know how, so I'm not going to try and tell people how to do it because I'm not quite sure how you would do it. But I mean, it's 3 or 4 clicks, isn't it? So, for most systems, let me just force this taskbar. So you go, task manager. This is how I'll do it, so anyone can get there. Task manager. When you get to task manager, right click, even though it's bouncing around like an idiot, the client 32 and click on go to details. When you reach click on details, right click once again and click on the set affinity option. When this happens, you'll notice that all processes are selected by default. Uncheck this option. Now check the first 2 or any 2 of the CPU cores available on your system. The first 2 are, if you have an Intel processor, P cores. I would recommend that you use these and then click OK. You can now close Task Manager and you will find crashing to desktop a much rarer occurrence on your game client. Polbet ASMR. I've had quite a bit of that at work, actually. I hear that all the time. You should do audiobooks. Oh, you're very relaxing to listen to. I almost don't want to end this call. And that's my job. Get more beer. GST Rec. You know what? I think you're right. ADHD QN. Anyone? Amy1 in chat have a key for Penumbra Sanctuary. Been trying to get summoned by Bayazoo the Vial without any luck. Yeah, so I'm not going to advise running application scripts to the general public that don't know how the fuck to do that or what the implications of it. But doing that every time you launch it is a minute's work. So I'll make it, and this is the difficult thing when you make tutorials, is make it so they can't break it. Hoggerman says, yeah, check Big Boy Engie is in Newland. He has it. Forget the time, so my heel pet is late. Yeah, GST, get more beer. I think that's the plan. Mucolytic. Would it be worth killing the 4 preds in the current zone, then running to the other zone, killing the other 4 preds there, rinse and repeat, than waiting for the respawn? Yes, if I had better run speed and it wasn't a server full of people all camping the same mobs. If I run to the if I run to the other mobs, by the time I get back here, these ones will be dead again. You got the car not fast enough. I would need the garden key. Oh, that's something else we should do. If I get one more piece, even though it's not the complete set, if I get one more piece of pred, I will go do the key quest, which would make doing the other thing better. Yeah, you got to remember on this server, it's like if this was live in the temple at like level 40, 50-ish, my shade would have a bag with the full set of Predator armor in the bag, because I've got all that legacy of effort that I've made previously. Yeah, the key would be a good idea. Otherwise, I've got to run the whole map down and then left a bit and make sure you get the right exit, and then you get here and there's loads of ads. And yeah, no, I've said this myself. Would it be better to do with the key? Yeah, but otherwise, no. And I haven't got it on this character yet. Anyway, back in a minute. Maybe, yeah, that's a good point. You catalytic. Oh, Raggy's typing back. Done. Okay, when you relog, you are Space Quest. I DM Raggy because I know Raggy from old. Do not DM Raggy unless you're me, okay? He'll tell you to fluff off. But I can DM him because I don't peck his head very often, and I never bug him about server or game issues. It's only when we're talking about stuff, okay? Do not DM Raggy. He will not appreciate it. He may even ban you for it. Do not DM Raggy. I get away with it because I knew Raggy before PRK. That's the only reason he doesn't mind me DMing him, and it's generally not me pecking his head about anything else. I never go, oh, yeah. Beer. Yes. You can use Process Lasso for auto cup change thingy. What? Does the DG Voodoo and AOIA Resfix also affect the new end? No, dude. No. So, the PRK client is reversed engineered. If you're crashing more on the DX9 thing, it's not the core affinity. I don't think. Maybe I need to test it more. I don't think it is, though. Because the vanilla client, as you know, is super duper stable. typing in there. Yeah, so when you log back in, the name you gave them is now the correct name. Just letting Raggy know. I've just said. Are you Space Quest? Run away! Better switch ND GUI back from the new engine update to the original then. Yeah, it works a little differently. So, you know, you've got the GUI folder in the client folder on the live client, but on here, see, I've got it there, but to get it there, you've got to open the data folder. Look, you're in. There you go. Cal, app data, local, Funcom, Anarchy, app ID, client, GUI, ND GUI. So the directory address is quite different than it is on the live client. So it doesn't work the same way. Yeah, so there's some provisos. I'll give you the link. I explain it all in a video because there are differences because it's a reversed engineered client and they've gone about things a little differently, but it's not that much. If you could get your head around setting up AO, you will get your head around setting up PRK. Now, space. If you've installed and you're using DG Voodoo, and DG Voodoo is a watermark in the bottom right of the screen, fear not, good sir. So if you go to the folder that it's in, Win, then client, and then inside the client folder you'll find DG Voodoo Control XE, which is Control Panel XE. Double click DX, and the tick box for the DG Voodoo watermark is there. Turn that off. Turn on fast memory access. Put the VRAM all the way up. Anti-aliasing, do what you want. I have it on ×8. MIP mapping, leave all that off, otherwise you get murky textures. The rest is all pretty much default. It's running well. Yeah, I'm getting, well, what am I getting? I think it's probably like 100 FPS cap, probably. Yeah, there we go. It won't, I mean, you can see the load on the GPU is at 27%. The GPU is also being used to stream to YouTube at 24 megabit. So probably 20% of that is probably the streaming that I'm doing, you know. So yeah. take that with a pinch of salt. I do not think the game is doing that much damage or hitting it that hard. I really don't. Okay, we got to spawn. What did I... Okay, put it back. Oh, the get rid of the watermark thing? Yeah. I kind of don't, because they asked the devs of the Did You Voodoo app if they could use it and ship it with the PRK client, and they, you know, then said, yeah, okay, sure. You know, we give you our blessing to use our work to ship with your project. So, you know, kind of let them have a bit of advertising, etc., etc. You know what I mean? Those guys have worked really hard on making that thing work, and it fixes a lot of problems for a lot of old games. So, you know, maybe they do need a in-your-face shout-out. I don't know. A bit conflicted on that one. Did restricting the number of cores AO is using stop the crashes? It bloody well seems to. I'll have to do further testing, and the only way I can do that is run round and zone a lot. I think that's the only way to be testing that, you know, hypothesis, but it does seem to have done it. And it wasn't me that came up with it, it was somebody else that suggested it to me, so, you know, I cannot take credit for it. We've been live for an hour and 28 minutes. I've not had a single crash or issue. And I don't know if it's, you know, with modern CPUs having P cores and E cores and all that malarkey, I don't know if that has any bearing on it or not, or it's just the fact that there's so many cores available to the client, and the way Windows Task Manager in Windows 10 and 11 handles where it's allocating anything. Because when you do look at Task Manager, let me bring it up again. Yeah, it's not even the most, it's using 2% of the CPU, 3%. Discord and other stuff is probably using an equal amount in total. You know, it's not even like the biggest thing running on the computer. If I started using the CPU as the renderer, that would probably push that to the top of that list and it would stay there. Yeah, Affinity could be a thing. You got to remember, it's still a 32-bit client, so not the best for, you know, the 64-bit world of OSs and everything else. Tried to do SOM last night. Crashed 4 times randomly. Yeah, that's not fun. Crashing in raids and yeah. That's why I did 60. I did Sector 42 and other things on the old client because it just, yeah. Excuse me. It just went to crap otherwise. And you don't want to crash in Sector 42 because you can't run all the way back in solo. Oh, maybe you can, but good luck, you know. You have to be quick. You have to be quick and also click the Darwin gates. Yeah, not easy. Smurf! Detected. I just saw Smurf go running past. On their MP. Or their MP is Smurf. One of the two. Happy 808 day. Oh, that's a good point. bunch of people in the chat going, what? Okay, let's try. 808 State. That's all you need to know. 808 State was a band. It was a piece of studio hardware that was taken on the road, etc., etc., etc. I'm not explaining the whole thing now. But yeah, 808 Day. Just nick a smurf in your face. I appreciate it. I appreciate the healage. Oh, well, I got a fresh, I can't read anything. Let me get rid of that. I got a fresh, other thing. Infuses. Give me loot. Give me armor. Nope. Right, let's try the theorem running to the other... well, we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. But I think by the time we get there, these ones will have spawned. Oh, mind you, I didn't do the vehicle thing. I keep forgetting. I get told off for not using the vehicle buff. I see, I'll run back, having zoned, won't have a heal pet, made Smurf run round like a blue-ass fly trying to follow me. Alright, let's go for this. Where does that put me on? Run speed. 899. Meow. It doesn't feel that. It does not feel like 900 run speed. But, you know, we'll try. We'll try. Sheki's Lash Shadow Soul, a farming pred armor. Yeah. Exactly that, my dude. To the tree place. The place of trees. Yeah, kind of. You've made me want to watch Avatar again. Don't ask me why that triggered Avatar in my memory, but it did. I'm just thinking of the Courage speech. We will do that, and that too is a fact. This Tree of Souls is the home of their deity, and we will... Yeah, I don't know. That clicked in my head. God, what was that? 16 years ago? 2010 for the first Avatar movie? I did love that movie. But then again, I'd never watched Fern Gully. So, you know, make of that what you will. So if we go through here, yeah, this is it. 5-4 centralized camera. Peepo Sad. Peppo Sad? Everyone just told me I have to use the bloody Kodiak, and now you're complaining about me using it. Well, complain to everyone else then, because they told me to do it. It's not my fault. You know, when I'm looking at the screen, it doesn't feel that fast. However, given the speed we're getting to the other area, I think it maybe is. Ghostmaster, time for me to log. See you next stream. Thank you very big, sir. Excuse me. I appreciate you, dude. Thanks for stopping by. It's always nice to see you. What level can you cast? Fitties? I don't know what Fitties is. Faster than your shadow? You got to be 120 to get the quest for it. I can't remember if The Nano itself has a level lock on it, though. Right, cancel that. Let's buff the other stuff. Yeah, see, I got there before you told me. I figured it out. Yeah, faster than your shadow. To complete the quest to get faster than your shadow on a shade, you need to be 120 to pull the quest. On live, I think I had it immediately at that level range. Grey, grey. We got corpses. Could be someone else here farming. If the ads are grey, that's awesome. Do you know when the next wipe on the server is? No, because they're not planned. They occur when they need to, and it's usually to preempt a major update. But not always. Not always. We got missions. And we got statics and after that. But we did not get a wipe during that process. So it depends on the devs. If the devs are like, yeah, there's no way we can do this without clearing the server first, they will clear the server first. It's an alpha server. So it can happen. If that's not for you, totally get it. If you're not happy with that, you don't want to do that. Yep, again, totally get it. But that's the reality of the server. So, yeah. There's no schedule for them. There is no calendar or seasonal kind of a thing that would make it happen. It happens when the devs feel like, yeah, we need to wipe the server because we've just done, you know, a whole bunch of crap that will break anybody that's still playing on the server if we don't. That's when that happens. We've changed so much code, any old character would be completely broken if they're not wiped. That's when they do it. When they're like, oh no, we've changed so much on the back end that you can't see, that in order for your characters to carry on working, the only thing we can do is wipe and start again. Which happens quite rarely, but does happen. And when they know they've reached that point, you're generally told quite a way ahead of time, to be honest. It's not like, surprise, we're wiping tomorrow. It's not like that. You know, usually you got a couple of weeks to figure it out. And then there's always a bit of shit and giggles, kind of before they do it. So, you know, you pays your money, or in this case, you pay no money whatsoever, and make your choice. Zed Liub. In this era of revivals. Guild Wars 1, EQ, WoW Classic. I wonder if Funcom would outsource a revival of AO Classic. Probably not, based on history. Funcom seem to be a game company that eternally looks forward and in no other direction. Every game they've ever brought out has been to the detriment of every game that preceded it. Give the code to the PR team. Yeah, well, yeah, I'd love that too. But Funcom, yeah, every game they've ever released has meant they begin ignoring anything previous. That just seems to be their MO, their modus operandi. Okay, we've done the 4 here. No, nothing doing. So, yeah, the amount of cheating is just ridiculous on live. That's kind of why I don't play there anymore, because it's like we know who's doing it, we know how they're doing it, and we know what they're doing. Why do you let it continue? And they just do, you know. Yeah, level 21 with dual dogs of war is not possible at 21. It just isn't. I know the game. I know the level of twinkage you can push through. That's just not a thing. And yet, Funcom are like, well, yeah, they're paying the money. We don't care if they're breaking the bloody game in the process and pissing everyone else off. There's got to be some corporate cutoff built in, whereby if enough people quit because of the cheating, they'll do something about it. But what they do about it might not be we would hope they would do about it. So what they do about it could be, you know, disastrous for everybody else rather than an effective fix and moderation. Whereas on PRK, it's the complete opposite. Fuck around and find out. We've got 3 very simple rules. Don't be a dick, you know, so don't be a dick to other players on the server. Do not use any automation software. And something else, but I can't remember what it was, but I've never done it myself. Anyway, yeah, so don't use third-party software unless we say you can, like a click saver or something like that. But any automation, yeah, you're just going to get your accounts banned regardless of who is on it and what is on it. It doesn't matter if you've got, oh, well, I made a mistake and my 220 deserves to live. They're like, no, you're done. And you just, that's it. There's no backseas, break our rules on our server. You are done. Sounds very harsh, you know. Is Sharp Tony part of the PRK team? Yes, they are. You got Tuesdays with Tony, which it kind of isn't a thing at the minute. I think Tony's just a bit too busy for it all. But it used to be. I think it was kind of the, I don't know, PR guy-ish kind of a deal. I don't know. But Tony knows a shit ton about the game. And people, Tony's one of those people who will. Have you ever watched like the Jackie Chan movies, where Jackie Chan pretends he can't speak English and he's not very clever, and then gleans all the information about everyone around him, and they've got no idea what he's doing? Yeah, that's kind of Sharp Tony. He's a very savvy, very clever guy, right? But he does, on occasion, act like, I don't know, like, oh, I'm kind of dumb, I don't know what's going on. But he does it so other people around him fess up and reveal themselves to him. He uses it as a device. He's actually a very clever guy, okay? I spotted that about him very quickly, but only because I tend to do the same thing. So it's like, we know our own, dude. We know our own. But yeah, Tony's way smarter than he pretends to be. He's the opposite. Most people will big up how clever they are. That's human nature, you know, big up yourself. Tony, he's way too smart for that. He will dumb himself down and then sit back and take it all in. And he's learned a million things about you, and you know fuck all about him. He's a clever guy, I tell you. It is a very clever tactic. Anyway, in that note, I am getting a beer. back before the spawn. GG. Yep. One of them's just spawned while I grabbed a beer. So yeah, it's like about a minute between. But equally, I could have returned and found, you know, Shaky's Lash Out Shadow Soul, Santa drinks. The guy is Christmas. Who doesn't drink at Christmas? Come on. Well, I don't know about Santa, but yeah, I drink. As an adult, what do you associate with Christmas? You associate the alcoholic consumption about as much as you associate the bloody reindeer and boozing, you know. As an adult, you probably associate more with it's Christmas time, get the wine or whatever. But yeah, I usually go for beer because it's a slower buzz. Wine, if I drank the same volume of liquid in wine, I'd be pissed out my head in an hour. But with beer, you know, you can drink for a couple of hours and just have a buzz. And I generally don't drink spirits at all. Not got anything against spirits, but they feel uncomfortable to drink, and I don't like how quick you get drunk on them. I don't find it enjoyable. Beer, fine. Wine, okay. But with wine, I always feel like I'm slowing down my drinking progress in like how quickly I ingest that much liquid, you know, if that makes sense. Are they up? No, they're not up. Not yet. Right. Not getting a beer. I'm going for a pee. Right, back. Had a pee. And what have we got? Do that server, do holiday. Do that? Hang on. Do they do the anniversary? And they do Halloween. I don't know if they do Christmas, though. I started playing in January, so we kind of come past the Christmas thing. Maybe. They did the Halloween thing and then left all the Uncle Pumpkin heads up because they thought they were quite fun. So if you go to like Borealis and run to, oh God, Corporal Ashley Winstead, you'll run past a ton of them and they all drop the social items. I don't know about the anniversary NPCs. I don't think they do that because we've gone past that while I've been playing and nothing happened with it. So I don't know. Pinned Panther is Squiggly Panther not spawned yet? No. We had much better luck yesterday, but you know, Drop rate RNG is what it is. The PB, is that what that is? It's the bee with its hands over its groin running to the loo. Yep. That was last month, July 23 ended. Yeah, that sounds right. It's the first AO anniversary I have not played on live. I just, until they start moderating live, I just don't really want to play that. Nothing doing. Nothing doing. Are we gonna... We'll do one more. We'll do one more. Jump in the vehicle. Full IPR points. What? Right now? What? In, Newland? Read the news wire. Okay, everyone's telling me off. Yeah, okay. General, where am I looking? Okay. Oh God. The arrival hall, general, global, icon contest, off topic. Okay, newswire. There we go. IRP points, giving full IRP points for about 20 minutes after the mobs have been killed at Warden Istanis outside Bacchio 5 in Newland City. Leroy Jenkins. Let's go and get one. I don't think I need one on here. Yeah, you're right. It is in my chat. Look, now, pay attention, Kalos. Yeah, so just so everybody else knows, I'm going to do stuck in lowercase this time. There we go. Thank you, Smurf. Warden Istanis. Stains, I've no idea. Once these mobs are down, Warden Istanis is usually over here. So I don't know. I don't know that I can even hit that thing. I will try. Oh, I'm actually hitting him. I am backstabbed him. Oh my God. If he aggroes me, I am dead. One hit wonder. That would be me. Sorry, my bad. Stanis is... up there, where the Atrox NPCs are dancing. Bucolic, yeah, I walked to to Newland because they're doing a thing. I'm landing backstab on him. I can't remember what levels of backstab you need to get a higher backstab. Let's do that anyway. All into sneak attack. See what happens. He has a lot of HP, but he doesn't have a lot of resist or evades, I would say. Is there a prize? Maybe. Maybe he has CH. I don't know. I don't know. He has the complete heal. Well, if he does, he is not using it. He does have a lot of HP, that much I know. Almost like AI events. Well, a little bit. It's an event, isn't it? It's an event, and everyone likes an event. I landed the fucking... I landed Spirit Siphon on him. I'm just going to leave that. Because he's like level 263. Yeah, someone that'll be someone is already looting these remains, or you're not authorized for like the next 40 minutes. He's a 363. Oh yeah, my oh, there we go. He aggroed me. So now I am dead. I don't really need an IPR on this character, so you know, I'm okay. We'll go back to what we were doing. But yeah, if you need an IPR, head to Newland, kill the big mobs, and get your loot, you know. I'm going to run back to the Preds we were at. I think we just killed all of them. So we'll wait out the cycle and go again. Right, now, I've been playing for 2 hours. 0 crashes. I think the affinity trick actually works. See how we go on with zoning. Okay, all good. All good. Right, we may struggle to zone here. I usually do. It typically requires a bit of sideways motion for the area to actually zone me, but yeah. Yeah. Okay, so let's try sideways kind of a deal. No. Yep, there you go. That worked, and we did not crash. crash. Right, I need to rebirth. I don't know where Smurf's gone. He's probably gone, where the fucking hell did you go? And, you know, he'd be right in that. Right, okay. I'll do my general buffs. Yeah, you got to kind of sideways through some of the zone borders. But I didn't crash getting there, so I do think that the affinity trick actually works. I don't know why it works, but it does seem to. It could be dropping from... Because AO is such a low system hog compared to like half of the things Windows is doing, it could be that it looks at AO and goes, it's using as much as a Word document. Why would it be on the P core? And I don't want to reboot my system, go in the BIOS and disable all my bloody E cores just to play, like you need to do with feckin' Star Citizen. Otherwise it runs like trash. Yeah, that's the thing. So we're back here again. Savik is the boss. Yes, she is. I think maybe I should have hung back a little bit more than I did, but there you go. It's all fun. I don't need an IPR on this character. But if you do, if you're thinking, oh, I want to change my character out completely and switch to this weapon, then an IPR is incredibly useful. So there you go. Just running an alt to Newland City. Yeah, if you need to go get an IPR, go get an IPR. Don't worry about old man shouts at cloud, you know. Excuse me. Yeah, I had this whole thing with Star Citizen. I'd never tried it until I had the new system. I thought, well, I've got 4080. I've got an i7 13th gen CPU. The game should run quite well. It ran like dog shit. It really did. It ran like, what the, you know, I was like, what the hell? This is a DX11 game. It should run like butter. No. You know, there's a reason I don't play that game, and it's not vaporware, because the game actually exists, but it will never ever be completed. It will never ever be actually released, and they are milking that community for everything they can get in the process. They're making hand over fist money on a promise after a promise after a promise. There was an old science fiction story, I think it might have been Isaac Asimov that wrote it, about you know, like an offshoot of humanity who build a rocket ship to go to the next planet where everything is better. But they never ever launch the rocket ship because they are constantly rebuilding it with newer and newer technology. So the thing, despite being upgraded thousands of times, never ever takes off. It's kind of it's his take on people become over obsessed on moving forward, or forget to move forward because they're so obsessed with perfecting what they have. Yeah, it's an interesting story. It is. And Star Citizen feels exactly like that to me. Also, when you watch videos, oh, I have to walk to my ship, I have to get in, I have to sit on the seat, and then I have to click on buttons inside the cab to make it fly. Oh man, this is real space travel. Do it 4 times in a row. And by time number 5, you're like, can't we just fucking quick launch? Honest to God, it all looks good on paper, but I swear to God. I mean, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. I'm not going to tell you not to, but I tried it and just went, fuck me. I've got to disable half my CPU just to play it. After that, it still runs like ass. It's the worst optimized DX11 game I've ever seen in my life. And then the gameplay itself is incredibly tedious. So, yeah, I tried the free thing. They went, oh, another free thing. And I went, no, not fucking interested, mate. It's awful. I don't think I will ever get into that game. You know, it's just one of them. I was like, glad I didn't spend any money on this, you know. And here's the thing, people do spend money on it, which scares me in some respects. I'm like, well, how much are you in the hole for this thing? It's god awful. The actual gameplay is awful. You know, if you're in the hole for, you know, 10 grand because you bought some cool looking shit, dude, I would not have wasted that money. I'd have bought something in the physical world back here on Earth, you know. I mean, goddamn, man, you could have bought a 2013 Jag for that. Maybe even a newer one than that, you know. With aircon, the comfort, the ride, the feel of a Jag. But no, you spent it on a piece of computerized spaceship that could disappear at any second if the company decides, okay, we're resetting the servers now. It's like, my God in heaven, what are you doing? You know. They make money out of people believing in the dream. It's like the pyramid sales kind of deal, you know. Ah, but look at what it could be. No, I'm not going to do that, my dude. I'm looking at what you got. What you got, it's shit. And I don't want to play it. Stop sending emails to me about what it's going to be. You've been telling me what it's going to be for 16 years. It's never gotten there because you keep, oh, but we can't get there yet because we added this thing which sounds plausibly interesting. Yada yada. It's just like, no. I know a scam when I see one. This is a scam. I'm not buying into it. You know, call me an old cynic, and I am. But yeah, no, on that score. If you're a big fan of Star Citizen, please do not spend real life money on that. For God's sake. You will, and 10 years from now, you wonder why you thought that it was a good idea. That's all I can say. That's my duty to the rest of humanity, I feel. Say, don't be stupid. Don't put any real money into this. Hungry Howlet. What's that? Oh, it is a weapon. I thought it was. That's quite a nice weapon. I'm wondering how Space Quest is getting along. I don't know. They've been on Noob Island for about 30 odd minutes now. Probably enjoying themselves immensely. Excuse me, immensely. Leveling. Don't forget to do all the quests on Noob Island. Get your newcomer armor. It only works up to level 15 on PRK, like it used to. Yeah, and make sure you get the free car, the Kodiak. They added that as well. Nah, nothing on him. But this is got the car, doing the armor, want to buy backpack. Yes! Space Quest for the win! Let's send him a DM. Adult joke between old friends. That's all I'm going to say. That message to Space Quest. Offer your spare boots on Global Chat for exchange. Why do you need them for something? Or okay, I'll do it. Trying to save you extra camping. Yes, I appreciate it. No, nothing on that one either. I'm not going to run to the other spot. I am. Where are we? Ooh, we've gone 10 o'clock already. And I turn into a pumpkin. So tell them there's some motherboard aliens that if you were to take those before leaving, they hide under the rear. Oh yeah. I think Space Quest knows about them, but yeah, you can't farm alien XP in the Noob Island because alien XP doesn't exist. I know the ones you mean, but yeah. They're moved to where they are to avoid the player base interacting with them, essentially. Right, no one's come back at me, so Smurf, thank you so much. I do appreciate you, but I'm going to bugger off now. It's Saturday, it's 30 minutes past 10 o'clock. And I was in work at 6 a.m. this morning, so I'm pretty jiggered. I'm pretty tired. And I've had beer, so I'm not helping myself on that score either, am I? So I'm gonna go. Yeah. So do all the quests on Noob Island. Get the armor. Get everything else. Whatever. Go clan. It doesn't matter on this server because you've got global chat anyway. I'll pick you up tomorrow, and if I've got anything cool, I'll help you out. But you can repeat the quests for the shoulder pads. Don't worry about that. So if you pick a side, pick the same quest twice and you get 2 shoulder pads for the early game. I can help you out with a few creds, help you get some implants straight away and all that. We can do that tomorrow if you're going to play tomorrow. I've got a new video to make about PRK Addendum, but yeah, that absolutely seems to work. This whole evening, and this is not empirical testing, but just going to details, affinity, turning off all and just selecting a random pair absolutely does seem to stabilize the game. So 100% do recommend. But I'm going to leave it here and say love you all. Thank you very much for the gift bombs, the resubs that came in anyway. Thanks for being here. The only reason I do this is, you know, to pretend that I have friends. No. But yeah, it's just nice to socialise with all of you. It's the main thing I do this for. And I'll be back tomorrow if I've finished making the addendum video about stability. It's probably worth a shout. So I will try and make it. I might be live before that video goes live, but that's a YouTube thing. You upload, you've got to wait till it's finished analysing and re-rendering it and putting it at the resolution you want it at, and anyone that's on YouTube will tell you the same thing. You know, if you're going to say, I'm going to release a video tomorrow, you better have uploaded it 2 days before then. So, yeah. I will do more after my June dailies. Yes. Right. Love you all. See you tomorrow. And... oh, wait. We haven't checked. Is anyone else streaming Anarchy Online? Well, let's have a quick look. Probably not. Let's have a look. All right. Me and no one else. Oh, well, there you go. Is what it is. Please, sunflower seeds. Sunflower seeds with the NASA logo. Welcome on in. I'm just saying goodbye. I'm sorry. I finished for the evening. I haven't been on that long, I know. But yeah, I am going. So, love you all. Miss you all. See you in the next one. Until then, bye for now.